Before there was a kingdom called England, before castles or crowns, the island we now call home was a wild land of forests, marshes, and stone circles. This is the story of how scattered tribes, Roman conquerors, and Viking raiders shaped the foundation of a nation that would one day rule the world. 12,000 years ago, as the Ice Age melted away, hunter-gatherers crossed the land bridge from Europe into what would become Britain. They hunted mammoths and deer, leaving traces of life in caves at Cheddar Gorge. By around 3000 BC, the Neolithic farmers built monuments like Stonehenge and Avebury, aligning them with the sun and stars. These mysterious stones still stand as silent witnesses to Britain's earliest civilizations. By 800 BC, Iron Age Celtic tribes filled the landscape. They built hill-fort strongholds like Maiden Castle and Old Sarum. Britain wasn't one people. It was dozens of tribes, the Iceni, Trinovantes, Brigantes, and Silures, each with their own chieftains and warriors. Trade connected them to Europe, but rivalries often turned to war. In the south, the Iceni queen Boudica would one day rise against mighty Rome. In 43 AD, Emperor Claudius sent his legions to conquer Britain. Cities like Londinium London, Eboracum York, and Camulodunum Colchester rose in Roman style, with roads, baths, and temples. But not all bowed to Rome. In 60 AD, Queen Boudica led a fiery rebellion, destroying Roman towns and killing thousands before being crushed. Rome ruled for nearly 4 centuries. They built Hadrian's Wall to hold back northern tribes, introduced Latin law and Christianity, and yet the spirit of Old Britain never died. By 410 AD, the Roman Empire was collapsing. Troops withdrew, and Britain was left to fend for itself. Without Roman protection, Picts from the north, Scots from Ireland, and Saxons from across the sea began to invade. The people appealed to Rome for help, but none came. Britain fell into chaos. A dark age had begun. Germanic warriors, Angles, Saxons, and Jutes sailed across the North Sea, settling the coasts of Kent, East Anglia, and the Midlands. They brought their language, Old English, and new gods of thunder, war, and fate. From this invasion grew 7 kingdoms, known as the Heptarchy: Kent, Sussex, Wessex, Essex, East Anglia, Mercia, and Northumbria. Each fought for dominance. Borders shifted constantly. Yet through their struggles, a new English identity began to form. By the 9th century, Viking longships prowled the coasts, burning towns and seizing land. The Saxon kingdoms fell one by one until only Wessex stood strong under a young king, Alfred the Great. In 871 AD, Alfred united his people, fortified his towns, and defeated the Vikings at Edington. He encouraged learning, translated Latin works, and built a navy to defend his land. For the first time, England had a ruler worthy of the name King of all the English. And so begins the story of England as monarchy, an unbroken line that would shape the destiny of the modern world. From wild tribes and Roman legions to Saxon kings and Viking raiders, the land we now call England was forged through blood, faith, and endurance. In our next episode, we travel deeper into history to meet Alfred's heirs and witness the rise of kings who would defend and define the English crown. If you enjoyed this journey, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching.